So a lot of people, when they talk about Trey Lance and they want to argue it, they don't want to give him a chance. They don't want to let his career play out. They'll go to his numbers and say, look what Brock did on this team. Look at the quick start that Jimmy Garoppolo had. There is no excuse for Trey Lance to have a slow start to his career. Look at his numbers, 54% completions. He's trash. I don't care that it's been 4 games. I don't care that it's been 100 throws. He's trash. End of story. Move on. Well, if anyone ever tells that to you, I think it's important for you to go and tell him to look at Kirk Cousins' first 2 years in the league, first 3 years in the league. But his first 2, he was older than Trey, and he was coached by Kyle Shanahan, who was having a lot of success with RG3. Kirk Cousins would play in games, and in 2 years under Kyle, he had 1 win, 3 losses, a 56% completion percentage, 6.5 yards per pass attempt, 8 TD passes, 10 picks, and a 68 quarterback rating. Kirk Cousins, who we know has gone on to become a very good, extremely consistent and durable quarterback in the NFL, who has made a ton of freaking money and has fully guaranteed contracts. Trey Lance, his first 4 starts, first 2 years, 2 wins, 2 losses, 55% completions, 7.8 yards per pass attempt, 5 TD passes, 3 picks, 84 quarterback rating. So if Kirk Cousins could sort of figure it out at 27, you really want to write off Trey Lance at 22, 23? You sure?
Those statistics, when people bring up Trey's statistics, it's really crazy. Like, obviously, you have not looked at other quarterbacks in this league. Those are actually pretty damn good compared to a lot of quarterbacks, including Hall of Fame quarterbacks. And there's something like that people really aren't, you could talk about the finger. I think that's a big issue. People want to dismiss it. That's all good. But there's a big difference between throwing 10 yards or less 70% of the time and 49% of the time. So if you're going deeper with half your throws, obviously your completion percentage is going to go down, especially if you're a brand new rookie with a broken finger. There's big differences. It's crazy to assume that you know anything about Trey Lance based on his initial statistics, or that means he's a bust. Like, I can name countless Hall of Fame quarterbacks that had worse statistics than Trey Lance throughout his first 100 snaps.
Right. I mean, like, look at what's happening. So Brock Purdy is sort of the RG3 in this equation, right?
Yeah.
Instant success, a lot of wins, a lot of big time numbers. Probably would have been the rookie of the year if he'd started a little bit earlier. And serious injury, big time freaking injury in the playoffs. Okay. Trey Lance is more the Kirk Cousins. I mean, it's flipped because of where they were drafted, but didn't have instant success. And it'd be interesting. 10 years ago, you could have been like, well, look at RG3. He was a rookie of the year. Kirk Cousins, he freaking sucked for 2 years. Clearly, that means that RG3 is going to have a much better career than Kirk Cousins. But no, that's not how life works. It's not how it worked out. RG3, that injury crippled his career to no fault of his own. He ended up having no career. And Kirk Cousins ended up having, like a freaking borderline, not a Hall of Fame career, but he throws for 4,400 yards every year. Like, Niners haven't had a quarterback like that since Jeff Garcia. So we have no idea what's in store for either one of these quarterbacks' futures based on 4 starts, 8 starts. You kidding? Go back and look at other young quarterbacks Kyle has coached.
Countless examples. It's not even just quarterbacks Kyle's coached. I mean, it's just if you really study, like, and I spent a lot of time looking at rookie quarterbacks in their first 100 snaps to compare to see, like, what does it look like? I mean, there's just unlimited amounts of quarterbacks that started bad and got better, and then also quarterbacks that started good and fell off. We have no idea about either quarterback.
Also, Kirk Cousins started bad. Trey didn't even start bad.
Right.
He has an 84 rating. Like, Cousins was 68. He won a must-win game in his rookie year with a broken finger. Like, he hasn't been great the way Brock Purdy was, but he hasn't been bad the way Kirk Cousins was. He's been up and down and injured. And a lot of people want to act like they've seen enough. They have some proof that he's a flat-out Tim Tebow bust. Like, nah, you don't. Let's chill. Let's be open-minded with Brock, even though it's fair to be skeptical that he can go from a guy the entire league overlooks to franchise quarterback. Like, that's a huge stretch. But at the same time, I think it's fair to say he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a good quarterback.
Calling him top 10 is crazy. Saying you don't know
it's too soon.
Now, you don't know. You don't know.
He's a good quarterback.
He is. So far, what he's done was really an amazing rookie season, and hats off to him because I've never seen anything like it. That doesn't mean
he went from third string to a guy who's definitely a good quarterback. But would he start for any other playoff team?
And honestly, we can't even call him. He had a good season, is all I can say.
Half a season.
We can't say he's going to be this or that. Just like with Trey, you can't say he's going to be this or that. We have to see how it plays out. It's just there's too much history. If you know anything about the NFL and you study quarterbacks, there's too much history of quarterbacks starting good, becoming bad, starting bad, becoming good. It's just crazy that everyone's like so dug in. All I've ever said about Trey Lance is I like his potential. I want to see how it plays out. I never said he's going to be some great quarterback. I just said he has the potential to become that, and I want to see it. That's all I've ever said. Yeah, and I think chill.
And it's like, again, if Kirk Cousins can sort of people say he was developed by Kyle Shanahan. Nah, he never played well under Kyle. The light bulb went on for him when he was playing for McVay. So God forbid Trey Lance leaves the Niners, goes to the Rams, works for someone like McVay, someone who's had some success. I just want to say, a lot of people say like, oh, Kirk Cousins isn't that good or Niner fans wouldn't want him. I just want to point out, since 2015, he turned 27 in 2015. Since that year, this dude has missed one game. And he has thrown for less than 4,000 yards one time. And he's thrown for fewer than 25 touchdown passes in a season one time. Like, yeah, he's not top 5 or maybe he's not even top 10, but he's better than every quarterback the Niners have had since Jeff Garcia. Like, Kaepernick had a moment, but like, this dude is super consistent.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people are opposed to him coming here, but I think it's an upgrade over every quarterback we've had. I mean, we haven't had it. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if Brock Purdy is able to play a full season, what he can do on a full season. If he continues to play the way he did at the end of the season for an entire 17 games, then maybe he might be that guy, but we'll have to see.
Jeff Christensen says Cousins' arm talent is better than Lance. I'm working on it, though. Thank you, Jeff. You're doing God's work right now, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You got a much better athlete on your hands now, though, than Kirk Cousins. That dude is.
Yeah.
Is he the least athletic? No, you got Jimmy Garoppolo, James Richard.
Oh,
Jimmy Garoppolo might be the least athletic quarterback in the NFL. Purdy has the weakest arm.
Yeah, and it's tough, man. Like, I was really trying to think about it. I saw you say it on your show. I asked people what their opinions are. Some people had a couple other people, but it does seem like Brock Purdy might have the weakest arm strength in the NFL at quarterback. Yeah. And that doesn't make me feel great.
No. And it's like, a lot of people are like, it doesn't matter. Like, okay, but you don't necessarily want to be the team with the quarterback who has the weakest arm in the league. That was never Joe. He never had the weakest arm in the league.
The goal.
No. It's a hard way to win. Yeah. Double B Studio says Kurt Warner wouldn't last in Kyle's dink and dunk system. It's why I don't think Trey will last in this system. He's a playmaker. He doesn't fit the system. Also, Brandon Ayuk is so underused in this system. Like, he's Torrey Holt, to your point about Kurt Warner. He's Torrey Holt. He should be playing downfield with a quarterback like Kurt Warner instead. He's like in these tight little formations close to the line of scrimmage, running little choice routes like he's Wes Welker.
Yeah.
It's freaking Brandon Ayuk, man. He's getting wasted in this team. He should go somewhere else. Brandon, leave.
Yeah.
Leave.
Don't leave. Don't leave, Brandon.
Leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler says, so we need a guy at quarterback who can tell Kyle to shut up and make his plays by himself. Yeah, Kyle will run that guy out of town so freaking. Kyle is the emperor of Santa Clara. He'll never let that guy. I mean, that's Aaron Rodgers, right? Why is Aaron Rodgers not on the team, but he's playing for Robert Saleh?
What happened when Jimmy told him his play sucked?
That was he was gone 3 months later. Uh-huh. Thank you, Jeff Christensen.